ahead and become familiar with the equipment. So we have 2 daisy chains hanging from the ceiling. We have carabiners for the main swing and handholds. Go over it with me. So the swing's going to be behind you, if you don't mind. Okay, and then the swing is going to go behind your back. And then we're going to have 2 leg loops. Okay, so the swings are really stretchy. So the first thing we're going to do without any other adjustments is you're just going to sit straight down. So make sure it's like you're in a chair. Okay, just sit straight down so I can make adjustments as necessary. I'll bring your swing up. You look good, you look good, you look good. So sometimes if the swing's too high, come on up for me, there's little notches and I can actually lower it. If you didn't drop your hips all the way, I'm not going to be able to tell. So hopefully you were hanging completely. So I'll bring it down too. And if we need to bring it up one, it's no problem. We can always bring it up. Let's try that. Okay, and then both Carrie and Aubrey are here to make adjustments and help us as well. So let's try it one more time. So this time we're going to come up and we're going to use our forearms. So the first part was just to see if the height was right. Now we're going to get it into a position where we open up the heart. I'm going to turn around so you can see what I mean. So the forearms are going to press the swing down so it's on the low part of the ribs. If it's right behind the heart when we start, when we sit down, I call it scarecrow. It's like the swing is riding too high and then our arms can get pinched off. So don't do that. Let's show you what not to do first. So we're going to use our forearms to press straight down so it's at kind of like the high waist. Then when we sit back, so let there be tension on the swing, sit back, then we're going to use our forearm press and then come into a sumo squat. Really good. Nice. So you're kind of locking it in. So that looks great. So it's not even touching. Does that feel better? Walk your feet forward for me. So let's talk about these awesome round mats. So I really like using the circular mats to define the space differently. So we're going to work on the spins and the spirals and more of the spherical nature of the body. So the round mats are here to inspire us, okay? So go ahead and walk your toes to the front of the mat like I have them, and then turn them out 45 degrees, and then this is our sumo squat. That looks really good. Can you drop your hips even more? What would that feel like to really let there be weight in the hips? So don't push back, just drop straight down if you can. Yeah, bend right here. Even more. Hang. Okay, so if you want to be really honest, you pick up your legs. You. And now, yeah, for like a microsecond. Then put them down like light as a feather. Light as a feather. Yeah, there you go. And that's how you know your hips are in the right spot, right? Okay, let's give our arms a break. Press straight back. Push your arms into the swing so you can lean back. And then open them overhead. This is our supported back bend. Really nice, guys. Clasp your hands behind your neck and just gently rock from side to side. We're going to try and sync up as much as possible. So let's bend to the right and hold it. Nice. Bend to the left and hold it. And then bend to the right. Take some nice deep breaths into that right side body. Inhale, come on back, and then exhale into the left. Nice. Inhale, straight back. Let's open up our arms. I call it jazz hands. Shake it out, shake it out, shake, 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 shake. Come on back into a forearm press, and then sit straight down. So this time we're going to work a little bit with letting the hips hang. So what I'm wanting to do with the swing, so walk your feet forward so they touch the front. Perfect, guys. So I want this to happen. So my sternum continues to lift, and then my hips continue to drop. So push your pubic bone down, and then back. So back would be towards the front door. Even more, down, and then back. I know, it's totally different. So what we're trying to do is get as much space in between the vertebrae by tractioning the spine out of the pelvis. Can you feel what I'm talking about? So these are the upright hanging positions. And then, of course, you have to get used to hanging by the underarms. So whenever we need a break, we press straight back. See? Oh, sweet relief, right? Open the arms wide, and then clasp your hands together. Let your fingers support the back of the head, and then flare the elbows out wide. Let's bend the left knee and just hang out here. Bend the left knee and hang. So we're pressing straight back and then arching on a diagonal. Beautiful. And then go ahead and press straight back. Take a breath. Nice big inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee, and then bring the elbow towards the knee. So we have to just kind of like go as far as the equipment wants us to. We're going to be easy breezy today. One more time, press back, and then come on over to the other side. Perfect. Good job, guys. All right, come on back through center. So whenever you need a break from the underarms, just press straight back. You see what I mean? the swing will slide down. You will find that that will be necessary. Do you want to put music on, or is mine taking care of that? Okay, great. Come back into the sumo squat forearm press. This is our number one hanging position, and this is like a little pendulum swing, I call it. That looks great. We're going to rock back and forth. So notice how the pelvis is already starting to feel different. The sternum is lifting, the shoulders are engaged. So we find that balance between engaged but relaxed, right? Engaged, relaxed. And then we can get weight here. So we're letting gravity do the work of like really stretching and opening us up. It might feel like a little bit uncomfortable with the sensitivity in the body because we're not used to this much weight, but I promise you in time it feels so good to open up this whole part that gets nice and sticky. Let's go ahead and straighten our legs. We're going to heel toe the feet together, okay? So first I like to just spin a little bit on axes. So all I'm doing is loosening up the pelvis, right? Forearms are pressing in strongly. And I'm going to go ahead and just wiggle a little bit from side to side. So I call it aerial yoga play because we're in the air. We're doing yoga, sort of. And then the play is really just experiencing and exploring in the body in a new way, right? So we're just going to be easy about it. Have maximum amount of fun. Okay, great. Pick the left knee up. Let's turn onto the outer edge of the right foot and step for a twist. So we're going to do some lunges and we're going to do some twists today. Let's just see if we can drop straight down and look over to left shoulder. So looking towards the left, bringing out the spine, warming up the body. Let that feel good. Inhale, lift that foot up, come back through center. Let's drop the hips and just wiggle. So I like to flex my toes back and get a stretch through the back of the hamstrings. Push the feet down, lift the hips, pick up the right knee. We're going to roll into the outer edge of the left and step. So step as high as you can. It's no big deal, but if you can get the knee in line with the hip, you can even use your hand. If your left hand is free, go ahead and pull that knee up. Yeah, that deepens the twist, right? You're like, too far. Beautiful, guys. Go ahead and come back to the forearm press and look back over the right shoulder. Bringing out the spine. Just let that feel good. Inhale back through center. Nice, guys. Let's wash it out. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, coming wide. And back around over the head. Just swim it out. And then forearm press. Good. Drop it down. Let's pick up left knee one more time and shoot it back. So let's bend the right knee forward and come into a lunge. Now, this might be a little challenging, but what we're going to do is rotate the chest up towards the sky. See if you can use your forearms to press in. So push the back of the heart into the swing and lift up towards the sky. Beautiful. Exhale, just come to neutral and hang. Doesn't that feel amazing? You feel your quad and the whole front of the body start to open. Inhale, press. Lean back. Exhale, just drop in and rest. One more time, inhale, press. Press and lift. Exhale, neutralize the spine. Go ahead and straighten the front leg and then bring the left leg back around. Take a moment to wiggle. Stretch out the hips from side to side. Just have some time to play and explore. Feel the swing hold you. It's like a new relationship. We want to build some trust, get comfortable with it. Right knee up. Shoot it back, bend the left knee forward into a lunge. So I like to keep the back toes tucked under so you can kind of lift a little bit. It's really a personal choice. It just feels good to be able to lift the knee up. Inhale, press the arms towards me and lift the heart towards the sky. Lean back into it. And then exhale, pause, just come to neutral. Now, if anybody needs to support the head, the chillaxin arms is an option. We can all try it because it's kind of nice. So it's just kind of like we're leaning into the swing, and then the neck can stay nice and long. Okay, come to neutral. If you like the chillaxin, keep that one. Otherwise, we're going to come into our biggest expression. Inhale, press, 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 and lift. Exhale, come on back. So straighten the left leg. Go ahead and find the right toes. Flex them back the other way. It might feel good to stretch them out, right? It's like hero pose. And then just wiggle a little bit from side to side. Now let's go ahead and play and make it a little bit bigger. Twist onto the outer edge of the left. And then twist on the outer edge of the right. So this is like another version of twist, my trainees, that we didn't necessarily go over. But it's like the reclined twist, but with straight legs. Okay. Let's come into our weeping willow. So legs are together. Pushing the hips up towards the sky, just let yourself swag. So whenever we sway from side to side, I call it swagger. And you can have a little bit of swagger in the swing or a lot. So go ahead and press your toes down over there. I'm sorry, will you tell me your name again?
Dana.
Dana. Okay, great. Thank you, Dana. So we're going to ground through the feet to rise up and give us some space to play, explore. So you can close your eyes here. Just make sure your head is relaxed back into your hands. Your chest is pointing up towards the sky. And then you're enjoying the free rocking session that's happening on your the back of the heart area. It is intense, but it definitely also feels good to open up that stickiness that lives back there. All right, we're going to inhale, open the arms wide. Exhale, come on back into your forearm press. Let's heel toe back into our sumo squat. Now when we come into our sumo squat, we're just going to shift from side to side. So it's like a semicircle, so it's not just our old grandma side to side. We're going to actually press back and around, right? See if you can have your hips trace the shape of the mat. Really good. Feel the difference? So we're pushing over to the back and then to the right. Go ahead and press back into the left. Really good. Start to stretch, stretch, stretch through the hips. So you're going to feel it right here, right when we come in and pause, and then we press back and then switch sides. Really good. So let's go ahead and see if we can come. So our feet are wide and center. So we've brought them out a little bit wider. Move my phone. Okay. Now from here, we're going to lift and then tuck our pelvis back. See if we can come on up. You can pull yourself up. Yeah, that's fine. And then roll into the elbow creases. Okay? So I'm going to show you two different versions. So this is a wide straddle, forward fold. Slide into the elbows. Now your hands are nice and engaged. So we make a fist and we pull towards our chest. Okay? Shake out. So try to find that axis, that pillar that runs from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And then from there, I want you to just spin. Okay, so the twist is from side to side, but again, your gaze is going to take on the shape of the mat. So you're just, it's a little bit different to open up the spins and spirals of the body. You should feel really good at the edges. See if you can pause and get a nice stretch through the outer shin. Doesn't matter which side you are, and just feel free to take a few breaths in your own time, in your own space, and in your own way. Beautiful, guys. Now we're going to try for a peppermint patty, which means we're going to push forward onto the balls of the feet. Hips are going to come towards the earth, just a little bit. I know, you get the sensation? And then go ahead and shift back. I know, that one's challenging. All right, great. Let's stay here. We find our center. Let's come into a twist. So we're going to release our left hand down. So it's like a football stance. You can keep the knees bent or you keep the legs nice and long, whichever feels good. So your left hand's right underneath your gaze. So you're kind of pulling forward. So not underneath the heart, that's kind of traditional, but right at the front of the mat. We're going to pull forward, fingertips. Nice. So see how the spine can be nice and long then? Beautiful. And then from there, we're going to twist. So pull down with your right fist towards the ground and look up towards the sky, right at the spine. Sometimes you get a free adjustment here, which is really nice. And then exhale, look back down towards your left fingertips and pause. Let's do that again. Inhale, twist, look up. Long spine. Exhale, go ahead and relax back down. Beautiful use of the breath. Inhaling, twist. Everyone feel your hips are back over your heels, right? There you go. And then exhale, come on. Feel free to look down whenever you need to. Try twisting while you're looking down. You can still get a good twist without wringing out the neck, but if the neck is happy, let the gaze be towards the sky. Beautiful, guys. All right, come to neutral. Let's go ahead and straighten the right arm. The hand's going to catch the swing. So hold on there. Now with a straight arm, just bring it overhead. So you're just going to bring it around. Now you're going to have an X in the swing. You're going to lift your chest and get both hands in there. Now with straight arms, you can drop your chest towards the ground. Hips are still sinking back. Beautiful. If anybody needs to make a shoulder adjustment, Dana, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. You can bend your elbows a lot. Okay. Yeah. So sometimes this could strain the shoulder joint if the shoulders aren't like super happy. So if that's the case, at any point, bend your elbows, no problem. You can also bend the knees if you feel like you need to, if that's helpful. So just take a moment to pulse here. Before we lift, we're going to inhale and lift the chest towards the sky, and then exhale, press the chest down towards the earth. Just a little bit of a pulse through the spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, go ahead and relax the chest down. Does that make sense? So everything stays the same. We're just going to undulate the spine. Inhale, lift through the belly. Exhale, go ahead and let the heart kiss the earth. Inhale, lift. Exhale, relax. Beautiful. All right, now we're going to try straight arms, okay? So we straighten the arms and we press, 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 and come to stand. Use your arms to lift yourself up. Really good. Pause at the top and then exhale, lower back down. You can always bend the elbows if you need, no problem. And then inhale, press, 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 come on up. So this is how we can use the swing as dynamic strengthening. It's like more TRX version. So come on back down. Inhaling, lift, press. So if you use your back, you'll do it really fast. If you use your arms, it'll be like, oh my God, this is so hard, right? All right, come on back down. Let's just pause there. You can do these tiny little micro movements, like a fishtail wave, if you want to try opening up the ribs, the intercostals, and just make sure that your ribs are happy in this one too. If it feels like too much, just you can slow it down, but it's nice to get a little space in there. Beautiful, guys. Let's go ahead and press, press, press all the way up to stand and pause. Whew. Okay, so the arms are working. All these different parts of the flag that happens underneath the arm, that will rectify that situation if you do this every day. So we're going to release our left hand. Overhead, we bend the elbow and we take the X out and we hang for second side. Great. We drop right into the right fingertips underneath our gaze, our little football stance. Lift your chest, look up. Beautiful. When we want to exhale, we're going to spin on axes and look towards the sky. Exhale there. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, look back down and relax. So let's inhale and add those two movements. So we lengthen and twist. Look up towards the sky if the neck's okay with it. Exhale, go ahead and pause. Keep the bottom arm straight if you can the whole time. Inhale, pull straight down. So the left hand towards the ground is what initiates and assists the twists. Awesome. Go ahead and exhale, look down. You guys are doing great. Straighten that left hand, grab the swing. There's no X this time. We're going to bring it overhead, right? Straight arm overhead. And then we're holding on with both hands. We grip with our fingers and drop. Everybody bend your elbows a lot this time. So when we drop down, we're going to go ahead and try bending one knee and then the other knee. Just see if you can add a little sway from side to side. As long as it feels good, you're in the right place. Beautiful. So how far you bend the knee or how far you go could be like a micro movement where it's just kind of like a directional or a hint of twist, or you can add a lot of movement and a lot of swagger. So really just find your own practice. We can make the swing restorative and therapeutic. We can make it dynamic. We can make it acrobatic. It's all a wonderful tool for our complete fitness needs. Okay, so we come to center. So remember, we're having heels out, toes in for our wide straddle. There you go. Good adjustment, guys. So it's a tricep curl this time. We inhale, press, 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 come all the way up to stand. So arms engaged the whole time. Exhale, lower, nice and slow. Bend the elbows on the way down. It's okay on your shoulder? Okay, great. So heart moving down towards the earth is what opens up the chest. Inhale, press, press, press. Come on up. Exhale, go ahead and pause at the bottom. One last time. Inhale, press, press, press. All the way up to stand. Okay, good job. So what we're going to do is I'm going to face the same direction as you guys, but let me show you what's going to happen next. We can come to stand, and no matter what height you are, what size of the body, when we straighten our arms and press the swing straight down to the ground, like bunch it up, yeah. Everybody's swing will land right where the legs insert into the pelvis. So this is the perfect space which you want to swing. Yeah, if you want, you can play with floating a little, which is kind of fun. Straight arms. Yep. Our first floating pose. Whee! Okay, great. In fact, we'll do a Superman today, even though this wasn't part of the training, just because that was fun. Okay, so what we want to do there is feet are going to be hip distance right at the center of the mat. Hip distance to begin, so we're stable. And then you're going to push up onto your toes and lean forward. So when you lean forward, it's like a peppermint patty, and then we bend at the elbow, bend at the hip flexors, and come on down. Nice, let's try coming up. So use your back to lift. Yeah, you can hold on. That's great, guys. And then go ahead and lower down again. So we're bending at our hip flexors instead of our waist in order to get a nice long torso. Let's go ahead and stay down. Keep the feet where they are. They'll want to float away. We're going to keep the balls of the feet grounded, clasp the elbows, and just hang. We're going to let your body sway from side to side, really gentle. And I want you to feel that lift through the sit bones and that weight through the torso. Okay, that looks great, everybody. So because we're experimenting on you, we're going to go ahead and have our trainees help you guys do an assisted stretch. Okay? So I'll let them wander over. Grab a person. So I'll stretch her. Why don't you guys do these two, and then I'm going to do her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh, wait, no. Sorry, yeah. We all have one. We get lucky. So what you're going to do is you're going to walk in so your knees are just right where their shoulder blades are, not a lot of pressure. And then what we're going to do is hold on to the swing and then just gently push the knees in and lean back. Just real gentle. Their feet are going to stay where they are. So let's go ahead and switch. You're doing great. So stay where you are. Let's go ahead and switch because I want her feet to come up more and I'm going to just show you. So go ahead and try it on her. So clasp your elbows and legs. Weird. So a lot of times when people have done yoga, they want to ground their heels. It's pretty natural. So I'm just going to pull and lean back a little bit more with her.
Okay.
And then if I push my knees in, I'm helping her go deeper in the stretch. So make sure she's not rounding in so much. So if you want her not to round in so much, you push more of your whole upper body. Good job, guys. Doesn't that feel good? Everybody happy? So if you don't mind, what we're going to do is use our hands to kind of help lift the hips. So my hands are kind of fingertips pointing towards one another. And then my hands are just pushing on the sacrum down and out, real gentle. Really nice, guys. So everybody knows to turn their heels out, right? Heels out, toes in. Other way. There you go. And that's inner spiraling the legs. And then if you want to finish with a little body wash, which is kind of nice, you just take your hands and then you kind of slide down the outer torso, and that feels really good. Just encouraging a little bit of space, a little bit of wiggle feels really nice. All right, how'd that feel, guys?
Good.
Awesome.
Different feeling, isn't it?
Thank you for letting us experiment on you. That was fantastic. So no big deal, but I